the United States. Welcome you into Montevideo, everyone. Tom Volker, Mark Anderson. United States 2-0 in control of this group, looking to advance onto the semifinals where they are likely to join Mexico, Argentina, and it appears the Virgin Islands. Mark, getting set for this one. A great test last night for the United States, a 74-66 win over Uruguay. Uruguay gave them a really good test.
Yeah, you look at the first quarter, they were down 9, Team USA that was. I mean, this place was full. The Uruguayan team had quite the backing. They shot the ball well, but not from three-point land. That was the one thing. If you look at it, if Uruguay, they only were 3 of 28. If they would have hit a couple more threes, plus they missed 8 free throws. So it was an excellent test for Team USA. They took a 2-point lead into halftime, and then it was tied 50-50 after 3, so they never really pulled away. But you know what? I liked it because it gave them a test on what they're probably going to see this upcoming weekend.
Here's a look at the stands. You can see the USA right now on top, 2-0. Uruguay in second, Dominican Republic, and Panama. This Dominican Republic team, they've had a couple good games. And you go back to their game yesterday against Panama, it was back and forth in the first half, just a 4-point lead at halftime, and they came out and had a really good second half.
Yeah, it was. You know, they went on some runs there in the first half, and then Panama was solid. Panama just struggled in the second half shooting, especially in the third quarter. If I remember correctly, they only had 8 points in that quarter, so actually 3. So when they come through there, Panama needed to score more, but the Dominican kept after them. They shot a lot of threes. They actually shot 34 threes, hit 8 of them, and they only took 36 two-point shots. So look for them to shoot a lot of threes tonight also.
The Dominican Republic an 86-64 win. And like I said, it was a 4-point game at the halftime. Another stat from that one that really stands out. Dominican Republic marked plus 17 in the rebounding department.
Yes, Angel Delgado. You know, he's a player that I've really been impressed with from what I've seen. His footwork inside. But he's going to have a test tonight against Team USA. So let's see how he responds.
Rojas also in the game, 17 points, 12 rebounds. For the United States team, as we mentioned, 2-0 in the tournament this far, 97-56 win over Panama, and then the close was 74-66 over Uruguay. Who's really stood out to you on this U.S. squad now that you had a chance to see them last night in action?
Well, I liked late in the third quarter and the fourth quarter how Larry Drew came in and took control of the offense. He settled the team down, and he hit a couple critical threes, Tom, late in the third, early fourth quarter that set the tone for the fourth quarter. Plus, I'm really impressed with Jameel Warney. He's getting 9 points, but he's averaging 10.5 rebounds, almost 5 offensive boards, and he had some critical rebounds in that game to reset the shot clock for Team USA to get some baskets. So those two have really stood out. Darren Hilliard getting 15 points, 2.5 rebounds. But you look at it, Tom, he can start anybody on that team, and they're all going to be, they get the scoring.
We'll take a quick timeout for the national anthems and get you the starting lineups and the tip. USA, Dominican Republic coming up next.
Y ahora, con el mismo respeto, como siempre, procederemos a escuchar el himno de República Dominicana.
We welcome you back in. Tom Holker, Mark Anderson. We're talking about that United States win over Uruguay. One other stat that really stood out, 50 bench points for the United States. Because remember, that group that started really had trouble finding some rhythm offensively, but the guys came off the bench. Like you said, really, Coach Van Gundy could start any number of combinations that he really wants to in this game.
That's right. I was, you led right to where I was going to go next was the bench scoring, and that's going to always be a positive in Team USA's favor. Again, because the depth of this, when you look, there's 9 either NBA or G League players on this squad, and then 2 high-level European guys that play in Europe in the European League. So you can go to any combination, and the luxury of that is nice to have in a tournament like this.
United States, as we mentioned, secure in their place to the next round, but really it's about ending this first round on a good note. As we look at the roster for the United States, you can see, as Mark was saying, a mix of NBA guys playing over in Europe in the G League. The veteran Reggie Williams was played with 5 different NBA teams. The guy that's really stood out from the last game, played really well, I thought, Reggie Hearn, 15 points after 7 points in the first game. He showed a lot of athletic ability and the opportunity to get to the holes. We see the starting lineup tonight: Kendall Marshall, Reggie Williams, Marshall Plumlee, Aaron Hilliard, and Jonathan Holmes. So the same starting lineup for the United States. Plumlee, a tough game yesterday, just 1 point after 12 rebounds in the opening game, but he got into foul trouble early. He never really found his rhythm. That's
right, because you got to remember, you only get 5 fouls in FIBA play, so he had those 3 fouls early, came in, got a 4th one real quick, and then sooner or later had his 5th and was done for the evening. So those are the types of things you got to be aware of.
There's the lineup for Dominican Republic. One name to keep an eye on, Angel Delgado. He plays for Seton Hall. He led the NCAA last year in rebounding and offensive rebounding. He will be a big guy in the middle. There's the lineup. Del Solano at 13 points in the first game. Victor Lee is coming off a 19-point performance in the win over Panama. There's Rojas and Delgado in the middle. So this is a team we mentioned in the Dominican Republic coming in off that big win, Mark, 86-64. They had 4 players in double figures, including Rojas and Delgado. Both had double-doubles.
And they're going to need all of that tonight, because this is going to be, again, we look at the bench scoring. The Dominican, they have 19 points off the bench. That was what they're averaging in the first 2 games, as opposed to Team USA, which is getting 46. So they're going to have all those guys, those 4 guys, plus some.
6 all-time meeting between these 2 teams. And the United States has won 4 straight games. Only lost back in 1989. USA 2-0 in this tournament, a 97-56 win. Game 1 against Panama. A 74-66 win last night in front of a packed house here against Uruguay. It was a very good game. The U.S. trailed through the first quarter and a half, took a 2-point lead into the break, and then ended up holding on for the win. We mentioned Reggie Hearn. He had a big game in that one, 15 points last night. Darren Hilliard also a nice game, 13 points. He was 4 of 12 from the field, and he is in the starting lineup tonight for the United States. They will stamp their ticket to the next round. They'll play in Cordoba in the semifinals. Mexico, Argentina, looks like the Virgin Islands, so that should be a great semifinal matchup.
Yeah, and the other good thing is that all the teams going to Cordoba, they get Thursday and Friday off, so that'll be nice. Rest those legs.
United States in the white and blue. Dominican Republic, royal blue and white numbers. Tom Holker, Mark Anderson. This is day 3 of the AmeriCup 2017 edition, Group C. Mexico has advanced on along with Argentina and Virgin Islands. The U.S. leading this group, stamp their ticket, but want to end this first round on a good note as they head to the semifinal action. And it's Plumlee to win the tip, but it goes right to Lees. Lees into the paint, up strong with the right hand, in and out, no good. Holmes with a big rebound. And Marshall the other way, quickly ahead. Hilliard in the paint, kicks it in the corner. Marshall, long jumper from the baseline is good. Kendall Marshall, more of an assist man, but he knocks down that first jumper, and the United States up top early, 2-0.
Off to a good start.
Marshall had 2 points in the win last night over Uruguay. Here's Delgado. Lees has been double figures both games for the Dominican Republic in this tournament. Now Delgado backing down. Plumlee turnaround jumper from 10 along the baseline is short.
I would have liked that to see that, maybe if that was at 8 feet instead of 10.
Hilliard off his screen for 3, in and out, no good. Delgado with his first rebound of the game. He had 13 last night in the win over Panama. Now Solano working against Marshall. 13 on the shot clock, up top to Delgado.
Good talk by Plumlee out there, not only on the ball, but on the screening.
Ball out of bounds, good defense by the United States.
The U.S. is going right at it tonight. They were a little hesitant last night in the first half. I don't see that tonight right now. Good start.
Once they really started to attack the basket last night, then they found their rhythm.
That was
guys like Hearn and Hilliard.
Right. They got so many guys that can take it to the rack. They need to.
Marshall working off a screen, kicks it cross court. Reggie Williams. Williams into the paint on the right elbow. The long jumper is good. Reggie Williams, a veteran of this team, played for 5 different NBA teams. Good looking shot here. United States on top 4-0.
You know he's not going to get rattled out there.
Offensive foul. Santana was trying to post up underneath. The U.S. playing in this tournament for the first time since 2007. They went 10-0 in that tournament, winning the championship game against Argentina. Kobe Bryant had 31 points in the win. Luis Scola 23 for Argentina. Here's Hilliard. Hilliard off a screen, all the way to the basket. There's a lob for Plumlee. Lost it on the way up. The ball loose. Delgado comes away with it. Lee's the other way in transition. Lee's being hounded. Picks up that dribble and then a whistle.
Good double team there. He just committed the foul. I like the way Lees plays. He takes the ball to the basket aggressively, handles it well, gets guys involved. That's what you want.
He's the captain of this Dominican team. 15 points in game 1 against Uruguay, 19 points in the win last night over Panama. And the floater is no good. Williams with the rebound, and the U.S. going the other way. Hilliard all the way to the basket with the right hand. Rattles around 2 times and falls in.
Did he get the basket or did Holmes tip that in?
Let's see who they give credit to. Yeah. The U.S. on top early, 6-0. Whistle underneath the basket. Foul against the United States. Hilliard going to get called there. His first. United States on top, 6-0 early. Here's Solano, had 13 points in round 1 against Uruguay. Those all coming in the first half. Santana trying to split a double team, goes up strong, and he is called for traveling. I thought he was going to line to shoot too.
Right, exactly.
Like the call. 9th time the United States has played in the AmeriCup. 6 gold medals, 1 silver. The only time they failed to medal, 2001. Marshall up top. Hilliard thought about a 3, now working off a screen by Plumlee. Hilliard explodes to the basket with the right hand for 2.
You know, the last 2 baskets that he's done, that little hesitation dribble has just gotten the defense to stand up slightly where he's been able to get around them. Nice job.
Here's Santana. The U.S. out 8 early. Delgado on the right block, double team. Lees thought about the 3, a step back 3 from deep, no good. And a foul underneath on the United States on the rebound.
And Reggie Williams.
It was Delgado battling underneath. He led the NCAA in rebounding last year. And offensive rebound, average over 5 offensive rebounds per game at Seton Hall. That ball's out of bounds, and Delgado set a Big East record 253 rebounds. It's a guy you'd like to have on your team, Mark.
Exactly, and you know what we talked about. You can almost pencil in the double doubles out of him every time he steps on the court.
He had 27 last year, 2nd most Division I basketball.
Here's what I liked about the start for Team USA. They're 4 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from behind the arc, but much better start tonight. They seemed a lot more relaxed.
Last night was a packed house.
Well, that Uruguay, too, you know, you knew Uruguay was going to come out and just battle the whole way. It was a gritty performance by them. It was a great game and a great environment.
Santana knocks down the first one. He's been in double figures both games in this tournament. 15 points against Uruguay, 10 points, 7 rebounds against Panama last night in the 86-64 win. It's a pair to go. First points of the game for Dominican Republic. 8-2 our score.
A little bit of full court pressure here. Get it to the middle. There you go. Nice job.
Williams, Holmes thought about a 3. The Texas product pulls it back out. Here's Hilliard on the elbow. Pulls up. The floater in the lane is good for 2 more. Hilliard off to a quick start. He's been the top scorer for the United States in this tournament thus far. Double figures both games, and he's off to a quick start here.
He's just getting into the paint too easy. That's the problem. Dominican's got to shut down that paint.
Solano spinning.
It's a travel.
And he traveled. Hilliard 6 points for the United States. Well, again, let's just go over some of the difference in the FIBA rules for some fans back home.
Well, you've got 10-minute quarters. You only get 5 personal fouls. On the offensive rebound, the clock resets to 14 seconds, so you have to get it and move. On the 5th team foul in the quarter, you're going to go to the free throw line. 2 timeouts per half, or 2 timeouts in the first half, 3 in the second. They don't carry over.
Plumlee with a nice jumper from 10 feet along the baseline, his first points of the game. And only the coaches can call this timeout, which I know you're a fan of.
You know, that's the one that I love, is that only the coach can call timeout in FIBA rules.
And we've seen a couple of traveling calls already. You have to put the ball on the floor first before you make that move. A little different.
Right. Yep, and that rule's
USA guys are
changing.
used to, yep.
So the USA guys love that when coming for the future. Nice defense.
Lee's not aware of the shot clock there. And a timeout here taken by Dominican Republic. U.S. on top early, 12-2, day 3 of AmeriCup 2017 from Montevideo. Good start here, Mark, for the United States on top 12-2. They look much more relaxed here, whether it's a combination of just that hostile environment last night, knowing that they've stamped their ticket on to the next round, but they're really attacking the rim early and often here.
And the other thing I like, Tom, is on the defensive end. I see a lot more where they're digging down on the ball carrier, on the ball handler when they're posting up, and we got a nice job there. I think their defense is creating this offense, and there you go.
Y cuando la pelota llega aquí, ahí estamos marchando, hombre a hombre, ese con ese.
See if we can listen in on what the coaches are saying here in the
Quería que la
timeout.
pelota llegara ahí, pero no para que la pasara aquí, tan fácil. En la ofensiva, Adri.
Good coach again right now, just talking about settling his team down. They're 0-4 from the field early on here. Yeah, this is a team that can score points. So 84 last night, 4 players in double figures. So they've proven in this tournament they can score a lot. Off to a slow start here, obviously, but still plenty of time to go here. 5:35 left in the first quarter.
And they'll put up a lot of threes.
12-2 our score. Tom Kolker, Mark Anderson. Coming to you from Montevideo, Uruguay.
Going to the 2-3 zone. Now, I made a point of this last night. When Uruguay went to the 2-3 zone, it affected the U.S. because they weren't cutting.
Marshall around the perimeter. Williams, correction, Hilliard for 3. No good.
And I thought that if any team were scouting, you'd see them play 2-3 against USA. Well, here we go. The Dominicans in it.
United States staying with the starting lineup right now as the ball is deflected out of bounds. So it's Marshall, Plumlee, Holmes, Hilliard, and Reggie Williams. Delgado, Mendoza, De Leon, Rojas, and Santana for the Dominican Republic. So De Leon on for the first time along with Mendoza. Here's Santana.
Just that little bit of Holmes fronting the post made a difference.
Santana off a screen, pulls up just outside the free throw line. That's no good. Well, we're going to stay here. Another foul on the United States.
Dominican 0 for 5. They're getting good looks. They just got to knock them down.
Plumlee picking up that foul, his first. Plumlee had 12 rebounds in the opening game against Panama. Here's Delgado at the line. First team All Big East at Seton Hall. Delgado averaged 15 and 13 last year. 27 double-doubles.
Where you get a good look at him for age 22. He looks a lot younger than what he is.
Second free throw in and out. Ball loose as Holmes slipped when he landed on the court. It's out of bounds. Let's see if Holmes is all right.
Yeah, he twists his ankle. Getting up there a little gingerly.
C.J. Williams will check in for the first time. Williams had a big game yesterday, 16 points for the United States. He was 6 of 11 from the field. And
yeah, he came in.
Great performance.
Instant offense.
Williams, a product of NC State. United States on top. Here's Mendoza driving to the basket, splits a double team. And Plumlee going to get called for his second foul in about a minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they didn't call that one, it was a late whistle.
Plumlee got in foul trouble yesterday. It kind of affected his game. Could never really get in a rhythm on either end and fouled out.
That's it. You know, as physical as he plays, and you get those 2 back-to-back fouls within 30 seconds.
He will come out. Jamil Warney on the court for the United States.
How do you like to be able to sub that?
8 points, 14 rebounds last night in the United States win.
Bring out Plumlee, bring in Warney.
Warney, who had his jersey retired at Stony Brook, their all-time leader, over 2,000 points, over 1,000 rebounds. Senior year, he had 3 40-point games for Stony Brook. Here's Mendoza. Second free throw good, and it's a 12-5 game. More pressure in the backcourt.
And see, that probably helped him stay in 4 years.
In the corner, C.J. Williams fakes the 3, now takes the jumper from the baseline and connects. Williams in the game, instant offense for the United States.
Nice ball fake. Much more aggressive on defense tonight out of Team USA.
Delgado hands it off to DeLeon. DeLeon picks up the dribble. Delgado thought about the jumper, trying to dump underneath to Santana. Another turnover for Panama. It's Hilliard bringing up the court for the U.S.
That's a tough entry pass from that level to the post.
Hilliard coast to coast, too strong on the layup, and Delgado his 3rd rebound in the game.
Ooh, may have gotten away with a carry there.
Rojas, Santana, guarded by Williams on the left block, 10 on the shot clock. Santana, the step back jumper from 10, too strong, and a good rebound that time by Kendall Marshall to go the other way.
And I like his game too, because he can go inside, he can go out, he's a good passer, good rebounder.
Nice little turnaround that time from Warney off the feed from Marshall.
I'm really impressed with him. I really like the way he gets in there and plays. All right, Tom, over-under on 3-second calls tonight?
We haven't had one in this tournament so far, so I'm going to keep it at 0. Here's Mendoza off a screen, a long 3, no good. United States with the ball. Reggie Williams off a screen, his jumper for 15, no good. Delgado pulls down another rebound. He has 4 quickly. He had 14 last night. The win over Panama. 16-5 our score. DeLeon off a screen, a deep 3, got it!
Just getting ready to say, they haven't hit a field goal yet, and there it is. This might get the Dominican on track to start with their 3s.
DeLeon 7 points in the win against Panama. Warney, it's fouled along the baseline.
And this is going to be the problem for the Dominican Republic. Can they match up in the middle? When you take Plumlee out and you bring in Warney, I mean, the size that Team USA can bring in, it's just tremendous. See, Holmes still a little hurting over there.
USA 8 of 12 from the field early on here. Shot 51% in the win against Panama. 5-second call. We saw one those late last night, critical against Uruguay as they were down 5, under 2 minutes to go. Which is good pressure defense by the United States. Here's Mendoza. Under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Tom Volker, Mark Anderson. Day 3 coverage of Group C from Montevideo, the 2017 AmeriCup.
3 turnovers for Team USA, 6 for the Dominican.
DeLeon all the way to the basket. A little too strong on the layup. Marshall the other way for the United States. Quickly ahead, Reggie Williams fakes the 3, dumps it down low to C.J. Williams. Williams on the block, mismatch against DeLeon. Williams into the paint, the turnaround, short. Ball tipped around, it falls to Williams. His putback is good. Well, credit Warney for keeping that play alive.
I was going to say, guess who kept that alive?
14 rebounds for Warney last night in the win.
I'll tell you what, a coach will never sit you down for getting too many rebounds.
Warney played for the G League Texas Legends last season, 17-8. His averages. Here's a nice drive by Mendoza, but can't get it to go. It's about the 4th time we've seen Dominican Republic, Mark, get to the basket, just unable to finish. But they're making some good, quick moves to get there. Just
I think part of that's the size inside of Team USA. You know, that plays in the back of your mind when you're going down the middle. But still, you got to complete those. 18-8 right now.
Substitution for the United States. Reggie Herring going to check in. Had a big game last night. 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting. Was also 3 of 6 from downtown. He was part of the spark for the U.S. late in the first half that really got them going, gave them a 2-point lead into the break. Now
Right,
Marshall.
he did.
Nice bounce pass. Ball worked around. Here's Hearn for three. In and out, no good.
Hearn plays for the Reno Bighorns in the G League.
DeLeon again. Kicks it out. And an easy 2 points that time for Pena just into the game.
Well, they were getting inside the first wave of defense of Team USA. They just weren't finishing, and there they did.
Long jumper from the corner that time. No good by Hilliard. And a foul in the United States.
Now, we saw this yesterday, Tom, where Team USA started to settle for threes. Can't do that.
Foul on Warney, his first. And that'll bring in Larry Drew off the bench for the United States. He was also a catalyst late in the first half for the United States. 6 points, 4 rebounds in the win last night over Uruguay. 2.5 years at UNC, and then the transfer to UCLA. Set the UCLA single season assist record. And the Pac-12 record, 256 assists.
Wow. In only 2 years.
Played 12 games for the 76ers back in 2014. First free throw, no good that time. Araujo at the line, a big physical body at 6'9" for this Dominican Republic team. And the rebound pulled down by Hearn. 18-10 our score here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Nice drive to the basket. Hilliard all the way for 2 more.
There you
Showing
go.
his quickness here tonight,
Yeah.
8 points.
And they've all been on dribble drives, attacking the rim.
Rojas around the perimeter. Pena in the corner. Mendoza thought about a 3. 6 on the shot clock. Rojas hands it off to DeLeon. He's got to go. Down to 3. DeLeon pulls up. Long 3. Got it. His second of the game. DeLeon, who had 7 points last night on 2 of 7 shooting. Didn't score in the first game against Uruguay. And just like that, he has 6 points.
And that was great on the ball defense, too. He just had to get it up. He knew the time was running down. Knocked it down.
USA can hold for 1 shot here. Hilliard looking to create, driving to the basket again. Here's another look at that pull-up by DeLeon.
Yeah, C.J. Williams was right there.
DeLeon, who had played in high school in New York City on the Upper West Side at Louis Brandeis, and then eventually ended up at Eastern Washington, having a good start here. There's head coach Jeff Van Gundy manning the sideline for the United States.
I was watching him before the game. He was over there tapping his feet. He's got those coach nerves going.
This is the first time on the sideline since 2007 with the Rockets. So
Yeah.
They say Hilliard not in the act of shooting on that foul, so it's United States ball, 4.6 seconds. It's into warning. Reggie Williams off a screen for 3. No good, and that's how the first quarter ends. So the U.S. in control, the Dominican Republic finding some rhythm late. At the end of 1, it's the United States on top of the Dominican Republic, 2013 from Montevideo. Mark, after that initial surge by the United States, some resilience here by Dominican Republic, and we saw that yesterday against Panama, and even in their first game, they were down big against Uruguay, 23-7, came back, made that an even game at halftime, and they're playing well here today.
Yeah, they're not going to quit just because they're playing against Team USA. We saw that against Uruguay, that they weren't intimidated. These guys aren't intimidated either. They just aren't shooting well. Right now they're at 12.5% from the floor, 50% from 3, so... And they're doing a good job of rebounding. Right now, they're only -2 to Team USA.
And they had a huge advantage last night in the rebounding department, plus 17, mostly due to Rojas and Delgado. But anytime you have that margin, I mean, that's going to lead to a number of second chance opportunities offensively and limit your opponent as well.
Yeah, anytime you're that big of a margin in rebounding, you're going to win the game. And here's another stat that's kind of surprising right now is that the Dominican is leading in bench points 10-6.
Highlights here from first quarter action. Wearing a nice little jumper in the lane. There's DeLeon looking good from outside. 2 3-pointers in the first quarter for the product from New York City. Pena's first 2 points of the game.
Hearn with a nice drive. As long as they keep attacking the rim, you can just bring in so many guys that can do it. It's going to be tough for the Dominican to stop this over the segment of the first half in the game.
Second quarter action about to get underway for the United States. They lead at 20-13. It's Drew, Warney, C.J. Williams, Xavier Munford in for the first time, and Hearn.
The USA is dominating points in the paint.
And 2 points there for Warney, so he has 4 on the night.
So that'll give Team USA 14 points in the paint, and that's going to be their bread and butter right there.
There's a look at Jonathan Holmes, who went down awkwardly on a rebound, and now they're trying to maybe retape his ankle. Hopefully for the United States, he can return. Had 17 points in the win against Panama, and a big rebounding presence as well.
Oh, I thought they counted that basket. That was my fault.
It'll be Warney at the line. Free throw is good. United States on top, 21-13. Rojas. Pena. United States 2-0. Stamp their ticket to the next round in Cordoba, Argentina. And they will join Mexico, Argentina, and the Virgin Islands. De Leon having himself a game here in the first half. 8 points.
Wow. Nice job.
Product of Eastern Washington, New York City, and 2 more for Warney. Great positioning underneath on the block. There's a foul as Pena made another strong move to the basket. United States competing in this AmeriCup for the 9th time and won 6 gold medals, 1 silver. Look at the United States in terms of Olympic play, 15 gold medals, including 3 straight. They won 4 gold medals going back to 2000. Last time when they played in this tournament in 2007 and went 10-0, beating Argentina in the final, that clinched and secured a qualifying spot in the 2008 Olympics. Here's Mendoza off the dribble, kicks it in the corner. Long 3, in and out, no good that time. Rojas firing from the spot in the corner. 34% three-point shooter.
Nice bounce pass, and another one.
Williams with a reverse layup off the feed from Warney. Big fella showing a nice touch on that bounce pass along the baseline.
And we saw that last night, too. Not only can he rebound, play defense, he can also pass. Good anticipation.
C.J. Williams with the steal and lost control. Throws it back toward half court. There's Drew. Gets it back to Williams. Fakes the 3. Into the paint. Has it poked away. The ball loose. Mumford fighting for it. But it falls to Dominican Republic. We go the other way. Quickly pushed ahead. Pena, right wing for 3. No good. Offensive rebound to Mendoza. And another look here for Dominican Republic. Rojas, left corner, fakes the 3.
It's a good box out in there by Larry Drew, but nobody else for Team USA was able to get the rebound.
Pena, long 3 as the shot clock expired. No good. Fakes the 3 again. Third look on this trip for the Dominican Republic. Mendoza high off the glass, can't get it to go, and C.J. Williams rips down the rebound. United States on top, 25-15.
One thing I've noticed about the Dominican, now they're mixing in dribble drive attacks with 3s, not exclusively 3s.
Mumford trying to dump it underneath. That's out of bounds. It'll stay with the United States. Mumford 5 points, 4 assists last night in the win over Uruguay. Here's another look at that nice dish and a finish by C.J. Williams on the reverse layup.
USA's yet to hit a 3.
Mumford.
But when you're 12 of 16 from inside the arc,
Keep attacking that hoop.
That's it. Very efficient. 75%.
U.S. 9 of 15 overall. Mumford to the line. Mumford averaged 17 points per game his final year at Rhode Island. He became the fastest player to get to 1,000 points in Rhode Island history as he knocks down that free throw. Played 14 regular season games in 2015-16 with the Grizzlies. Also played 4 playoff games, averaged just under 5 points per game. Another one of those guys with NBA experience for this U.S. squad.
And that's huge when you come into these tournaments. You know, when you put together a team, start out with 17 guys in Houston vying for a 12-spot roster, that's huge.
U.S. leading here, 27-15. Tom Volker, Mark Anderson coming to you from Montevideo. Day 3 action of Group C in the 2017 AmeriCup. Aroa into the paint. Lost it. Another turnover on Panama. Good solid defense here from the United States in the first half.
That's their 8th turnover.
Drew, C.J. Williams, Mumford, Warney, and Hearn.
They average 16 a game. They're at 8.
Mumford for 3. Short. And Liz with the rebound.
0 for 5, Team USA. Dominican back to a 2-3 zone on that.
De Leon to the basket, leaves it for Rojas for 2.
Tell you what, he's doing the job out there. He's not only is he scoring, he's dishing it off for assists.
De Leon has come to play this afternoon. Drew spinning away from De Leon. Bounce pass underneath, nice feed, and an easy 2 for Mumford.
What a great bounce pass.
Well, you got 2 guys that were the best in college when they played in terms of assists. Drew at UCLA, Marshall at UNC.
So you know, as a Team USA player, when you're cutting, you better have your hands ready because the ball will be delivered.
Well, not a good sign for the United States as Jonathan Holmes being helped into the locker room now.
Yeah, when I saw him over there, I didn't think we'd see him again tonight.
If you missed it, he came down, went up for a rebound. No contact on the way down, but slipped when he hit the ground. You could tell he did some damage to that ankle right away. (29-17) our score. United States on top.
Now the good thing is he'll have 2 days to get off of it.
Pena checking back in for Dominican Republic along with Santana.
He'll be able to use Rice. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation.
Here's Santana. He's been in double figures both games for Dominican Republic. Leaves for 3. That's short. Out of bounds to the United States. Six minutes left to play here in the first half. Tom Volker, Mark Anderson. Williams, a floater from the free throw line, no good. And a rebound to the Dominican Republic. De Leon looking to push quickly. He's had the hot hand for the DR in the first half. Another long 3 from the wing. Short. Well, it's tipped around. The putback is good. Lees, who had 19 points last night in the 86-64 win over Panama. Right place, right time.
Yes, and I was just looking at his time. He only had been in for 5 minutes when he checked in, so in 6 minutes, you know, we expected to see a lot of him today.
Double figures both games for the Dominican Republic. 10-point game. Reggie Williams kicks it in the corner. Mumford driving baseline underneath the basket, leaves it for Warney, goes up for 2, got hit, he will go to the line. Nice dish from Mumford, who had 4 assists last night. Warney a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he may have taken a shot to the midsection there.
Coach Van Gundy doesn't want to lose 2 of his big guys here. So
Well,
Warney's going to be okay.
Right, he put in just under 23 minutes last night in that big effort with 8 points and 14 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds.
Warney back to the line. Free throw is good. Well, Mark, I know you had to see a lot of Group A action. Mexico 3-0. What do you like about them? I know that you think they could be a favorite headed into the next round.
I think they're going to be a tough out just because they high volume of shots. They got guys that have played Division I basketball in the States. They're solid. They're fundamental. They don't turn the ball over. They shoot well from the floor. The only exception is free throws. They're shooting in 60%, right around there. It took an 86% effort Sunday against Colombia from the free throw line, or else they would have gotten beat, which, you know, they knew that they were going to be in, but still, it's like today. You don't want to go and have a blemish on the record when you're playing so well in this pool play. So they're going to be a tough out.
Leaves the runner in the lane, a chance for a three-point play. So the captain's starting to get going here for the Dominican Republic.
And their inside play, they are so physical, but they set some of the hardest screens I've ever seen, and they're clean. They're clean screens. It's nothing illegal. They're just so big.
10-point game, 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. The United States looking to end this group stage 3-0. Coming off a hard-fought 8-point victory against Uruguay. Mumford goes down.
I think that's over and back. Yes.
It is. Credit Williams for continuing to hustle on the play, but we'll go back to Dominican Republic.
And when you're a defender playing on the ball and you get blindsided by a screen, you're upset with the guy that didn't call that out. And I'm telling you right now, if they don't call him out against Mexico, some guys are going to be on the ground for a while.
And a lot of ice.
Yes.
United States going back to the bench here. And it'll be Hilliard to check back in. Hilliard 17 points against Panama, 13 last night against Uruguay. 10-point game.
He's done a nice job today attacking the rim.
Lees, Solano. Solano off a screen, kicks it out. Santana open. Long jumper is good. That's a 2. His foot was just inside the line, but Santana showing some good size there. He's had double figures both games as well, 15 and 10.
He has 4 points tonight.
Hilliard through the paint. Traveling call.
Team USA's 6th turnover. They average 13, so they're right on their pace. Just a little bit ahead of it.
Pena blocked by Warney. Go the other way. US looking to push. Williams kicks it up top around the perimeter. Drew looking for Warney in the paint. Lost it momentarily, then wraps it around. Williams all the way to the basket. Up and under, and gets the roll.
How about the hands of Warney? He catches that and had presence of mind to throw that left-handed wraparound to the corner.
Timeout on the court. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. The United States on top, 33-23. Day 3 of Group C action in the 2017 AmeriCup.
Tranquilo, vamos a seguir trabajando. Movimos la pelota, conseguimos un canasto.
U.S. on top here by 10. Lees has really gotten going for the Dominican Republic. De Leon having really the best game he's played so far in the tournament. 8 points and a couple assists. Right now, Mark, 10-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first half.
You know, you look at it and you think, boy, Team USA is controlling the boards. They're up 10, but they aren't. They're only +2. 15-13 when it comes to rebounds. As we said before, turnovers, Dominican has 8, Team USA has 6. Team USA still, Tom, without a 3-point field goal. So let's see if they get that going on track also.
Not necessarily a bad thing, though, because they've been getting the hoops so much. But
they've been getting inside.
They have shot a lot of threes in this tournament thus far.
Right. And bench points in their favor, 17-12. Points in the paint, they've doubled up the Dominican 20-10.
USA just shot 32% last night from 3-point range in the win over Uruguay.
Right, as a coach, you want that line of demarcation for 3-point percentages right around 36 or better is what you want.
Drew, C.J. Williams, Hilliard, Reggie Williams, and Warney on the court for the United States. Baroa for 3, got it. The big fella at 6'9".
Showing some range.
Dominican Republic hanging around. Here's Reggie Williams. Warney coming out to set a screen. Down low. Warney with the left hand for 2 more. Great move with that left hand on the spin for 2 more.
And here's the thing, the Dominican knows they can't double down on him because he'll find the open player somewhere on the court or a cutter.
Lee's looking to split traffic in the paint. Can't get the floater to go, the ball loose. Warney with another rebound. He's having a huge first half. Hilliard looking to push. Hilliard all the way to the basket. And a blocking foul called. It's going to go against Santana.
See if we can see the replay on this. Yes, he definitely was moving. appears to be okay.
Under 3 minutes to go. Here's another look at that three. Dominican Republic not afraid to shoot from deep. 34 three-point attempts the other night. And it's Hilliard at the line. Hilliard 17 points against Panama, 13 against Uruguay. And former number 38 overall pick in 2015 by Detroit. Played 38 games in 2015 for the Pistons, 39 games in 2016.
And there's that NBA experience that he brings to the table for the team that, again, it's very helpful. We haven't made note of it, but the bottom of these nets are something else. I've never seen it like this before.
Perforated at the bottom.
Yeah.
Free throw's good, so it's a 10-point lead again for the U.S. under 3 to go. Santana looking down low. Now Pena, Solano off a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Solano all the way to the basket, dumps underneath. Putback is short. Santana gets the rebound, goes up strong, and is fouled.
Nice bounce pass and even better effort there by Edward Santana.
Aru on the initial drive, just couldn't get the layup to go. Kendall Marshall checking back in for the United States. Marshall was another guy with the NBA experience, a total of 160 NBA games. Spread out between the Lakers, Bucks, and 76ers. 54 games for the Lakers in 2013-14, averaged 8 points, just over 8 assists per game. Very similar to the numbers he put up at UNC.
Yeah.
Santana at the line.
Currently with the Reno Bighorns. Averaging 15 a game for Reno.
First free throw good.
Last season, that is.
Santana 10 points, 7 rebounds. The win last night against Panama. Had 15 points in the loss to Uruguay.
Moisture on the court shouldn't be a problem tonight. It's a little bit cooler in here than it was last night. We had several stoppages last night due to that.
Santana back to the line, one more free throw. And goes 2 for 2. Dominican Republic hanging around here, under 3 to go here in the first half. 36-28 our score. Marshall, being guarded by DeLeon. Marshall on the elbow. Williams around the perimeter. Here's a 3. It's too strong that time from Hilliard. And the rebound to the Dominican Republic. DeLeon hesitates, now drives, the scoop, short. Chance for the United States to break a 3-on-2. Marshall kicks it back out. Hilliard into the paint, the floater, short.
Got to convert that when you have numbers on the break. 3-on-2, you got to convert.
Leaves, reset. Good job by Reggie Williams to get back defensively. Another long 3. Aroa, that is short. Couple misses by each team. U.S. still on top, 36-28. Here's Marshall. Dribbling through traffic, Marshall. Reggie Williams, a 3 from the wing. In and out, no good. Warney tips it out. Great play, finds Hilliard. Hilliard on a give and go. That's no good. The putback is good. Wow, Warney all in one motion, got the rebound and put it up off the glass for 2 more. He now has 11 points.
Timed it perfect.
Really did hang in the air, get that ball back up off the glass for 2. He's 4 for 4 from the field.
And he's only been credited with 1 offensive rebound, even though he had those tip backs.
Certainly kept a couple plays alive. Rojas through the paint, loses underneath the Lees. Did he step out of bounds? He did. U.S. going back to the bench. Jeff Van Gundy will send in Reggie Hearn. And for that, so we have a timeout on the court. Under a minute to go here in the first half. The United States on top of the Dominican Republic, 38-28. 8th reaction of Group C, the 2017 AmeriCup. Keep it right here with under a minute to go mark in the first half. And just some credit to this Dominican Republic team. They were down big early and they fought back. It's been about between an 8 and 12-point game most of this first half, but right now 10-point game and still fighting hard.
Oh yeah, they've had their chances. They've gotten into the lane a couple times and just missed some layups. They're shooting 31% from 2 points, 27% from threes. Team USA conversely is at 69.5 from 2 points. Still without a three, but you know what? They have 38 points on the board. They're up 10 right now. The three's not needed.
The U.S. has stamped their ticket onto the semifinal round where they'll go to Mexico, Argentina, and U.S. Virgin Islands. Last 2 times the U.S. has been in this tournament, 2007, 2003, they've won both meetings, 10-0, and both times facing Argentina in the final match.
Plumlee back in to give Warney a break here the last 49 seconds. 1-3-1. 1-3-1 zone.
Marshall
showed it, now went man.
Williams working off a screen, gets it to the top of the key. The ball worked into the corner. Hearn fakes the three, now drives into the paint. He'll skip it cross court. Hilliard steps back. The long jumper from the corner, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Santana.
You notice Plumlee couldn't go after that with the foul situation.
Picked up the 2 really quickly. He's been on the bench most of this first half. It's about 2 seconds between game shot and the shot clock. DeLeon has had a big first half with 8 points. Driving, kicks it in the corner. Pena not recognizing the shot clock there. And the U.S. will get it back.
And they could have used that 3.
Just 1.5 seconds left to go, so a chance to maybe take a dribble or 2 and put something up. 10-point lead here for the United States. Can they add on just before half? Marshall's not even going to take that shot. We will go into the break here. Jeff Gunny asking Marshall White to throw it up there with about a second and a half. Halftime from Montevideo, the U.S. with a 10-point lead on top of the Dominican Republic, 38-28. Mark, look at this first half. Who stood out to you offensively? I know Warney had a big first half, 4 for 4 from the field.
Reggie Hearn early on. Dribble drives, attacking, had 6 to 8 points really quick there early on. It kind of set the tone for Team USA in the fact that they were being much more aggressive coming out in that first half, in the first quarter, than they did last night against Uruguay. And that transpired then into the nice lead that they have right now, a 10-point lead. And then Jameel Warney at both ends. I just can't say enough about his post play and how he makes a difference when he comes in. So right now, Team USA is doing everything that they need to do that they didn't do last night.
And give credit too as well to Uruguay. And they're just a good, solid team with 3 really good scorers. And they came out and played big and really controlled that game for the first quarter and a half.
Oh yeah. Now one thing I do like about the Dominicans is that they're changing up defenses, showing 2-3, which I thought we would probably see tonight if they watched any of the Uruguay game last night. In the man, and then the last possession, the full possession that Team USA had, they showed a 1-3-1 and then went into a man. Now when you do that, you have to make sure that you communicate. They communicated well and got them to miss the shot and got the rebound.
Here's some highlights from the first half. The United States on top by 10, 38-28. And Plumlee's nice jumper from about 10 feet along the baseline. One thing we saw early and often, Mark, is the U.S. attacking in the paint in this game. Yes,
and that's the key. Again, not only do they get a lot of bench scoring, they score a lot of points in the paint. Right now, they're plus 14 in the paint, and they are plus 6 with the bench scoring. And Team USA averages 86 points a game, while the Dominican is averaging 72. So Team USA is a little bit more on their pace than the Dominican right now when it comes to scoring.
DeLeon having a big first half with 8 points. There's a great feed by Warney to C.J. Williams for 2. Warney really an all-around complete player. Not only can he score underneath, get those rebounds, but great vision. He reminds me a little bit of a guy we saw for Panama. I remember Carter. Javier Carter. A big guy, 6'9", but can really do a lot of different things.
Right.
And sees the floor well.
Yeah, you know, to find guys that can play like that and see the court and do all that out of a big, that's what you want.
United States in the first half, 52%, 16 for 31, 0 for 8 from three-point range. Dominican Republic, 9 for 30 from the field, 30%. They are 27% from three-point range, 3 for 11. And De Leon, 2 for 4 from downtown. Rebounding, slight edge to the USA, 20 to 18. The Dominican Republic, they showed last night 46 rebounds. They were plus 17 in that department. They can go up and be physical with guys of Rojas, Santana, and Delgado.
Right, they're going to have to here in the second half, too. They're going to have to limit Team USA to one and done and then score at the other end. Now, they're capable of doing that, especially if they get on a roll with three-point shots. They can be right back in this game in a hurry.
U.S., as we mentioned, advanced on. They want to close out this group stage with a win and go in 3-0, much like Mexico. But Dominican Republic showing they're fighting. They want to end with on a positive note themselves, try and get 2 wins out of this, and go back and say, hey, we dominated a Panama team, fought Uruguay hard, and see what happens here in the second half against the United States. Nothing to hang your head on.
Absolutely, nothing to hang your head about. In these types of situations, we talk about this, the amount of people that Team USA can draw from when it comes to players as opposed to some of the other countries. It's just a wealth of players that you can get. So when you can compete against the U.S. in this and hang with them, you're doing something.
A couple more highlights here from the first half. Santana has been a key part of the Dominican Republic squad, double figures in both games here in this tournament. Reggie Williams, the veteran for the U.S. Great hang time there as he got that one to roll. U.S., though, the only area they really struggled here in the first half, 0 for 8 from three-point range. But other than that, they've been able to get to the basket really whenever they want. And it's pick your guy, whether it's Hilliard, Hearn, Drew, Marshall.
I wouldn't be concerned that they're not hitting threes unless the game becomes really tight, but because they're shooting 52% inside the arc. So they're getting to the one thing that, and this is what we saw last night too, they aren't getting to the line much. Only 8 free throw attempts in the first half. I'd like to see them get more in the second.
Take a break. Coming up next, second half action. United States and Dominican Republic back for this timeout. Welcome you back, everybody. Tom Golker, Mark Anderson. Halftime, day 3 of Group C action between the United States and Dominican Republic. U.S. on top right now, 10-point lead, 38-28. Mark, we saw the United States come out and, unlike last night, attack aggressively from the opening tip.
Yeah, that's the main thing. And plus, I've also liked their defense tonight. It's been much more intense. They're talking on the screens, telling the guys to go under, get over the top. They're fronting the post, so they varied what they've been doing. So much better first half in the way of those two. They may not have been scoring. They had 50 points last night, but that was more of an up-and-down affair. This game here has been well played. Now, Dominican Republic, if they can come out, they've had the opportunity to get inside the exterior defense, first wave of Team USA. If they can just score a couple baskets, and also if they can get on track to start hitting some threes, we could have us a ball game here, Tom.
Take a look at Josh Holmes there. We'll see if he is able to go here in the second half. Now that ankle injury in the first half, unsure of his status here for the second half, but he was going up for a rebound. He missed it, came down, didn't land on anybody, just went up high to get that rebound, secured it, and then slipped and fell when he went down. You can see right away it rolled his ankle and had to be helped off the floor. Yeah,
the way he looked, I'd be surprised if we saw him brought back into this game, and the fact that Team USA is up by 12 right now. And again, we've alluded to this. You can bring in any combination of players, Coach Van Gundy, that is, and you don't lose anything with who you have on the court, and that's quite a luxury to have.
See what lineup the U.S. comes out with here in the second half. Now they've advanced on to the next round, semifinal action in Cordoba, Argentina. We'll have those games for you coming up this weekend. Travel day tomorrow, day off Fridays. The action resumes on Saturday. So the U.S., along with the U.S. Virgin Islands, Argentina, and Mexico. Obviously, if the U.S. goes up against either Argentina or Mexico at some point, either matchup would be a really fantastic game.
Yeah, that would be great to watch. It would be interesting to see the matchups there.
So for the United States, it will be Marshall Plumlee, Reggie Williams, C.J. Williams, Kendall Marshall, and Hilliard. So the original starting lineup. Plumlee had to sit most of that first half. He picked up 2 quick fouls in about a minute and a half span. And went to the bench right away. It'll be Lees, Santana, Rojas, Delgado, and De Leon, who had a big first half with 8 points.
Team USA was able to use 10 players in the first half.
United States led by Jameel Warning, 11 points, 7 rebounds in that first half. Hilliard had 9. Dominican Republic led by De Leon with his 8 points. It's a tournament high for him. He had 7 last night in the win over Panama. De Leon with it. Dominican Republic operating right to left. Dumped underneath immediately for Santana in the paint. In good position and quick foul against the U.S.
And the Dominican, they used 11 of their 12 players in the first half. So getting guys in, seeing what they can do. Right away, Dominican being aggressive, going inside.
You can see the starting 5 on the court for the U.S. Tom Golker, Mark Anderson coming from Montevideo. Group C action in the 2017 AmeriCup. First time the U.S. has played since 2007 in this tournament. They went 10-0, defeating Argentina in the championship game. And there's a foul that's going to go against the Dominican Republic. Jeff Van Gundy, the head coach. Go back to that 2007 team, that roster: Jason Kidd, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, just some of the names on that team.
That team could get up and down the court.
Bryant had 31 points in the championship game, a 118-81 win over Argentina. Here's Marshall, nice hesitation in the corner. C.J. Williams wide open for 3, in and out, no good. Plumlee going up for the rebound. It's out of bounds to Dominican Republic. Here's De Leon, working on the screen set by Delgado. De Leon, a product of Brandeis High School on the Upper West Side of New York. Played his college ball in Eastern Washington. Santana leans down low underneath, lost the handle as he tried to spin around Plumlee. Well, trying to spin around a 7-foot.
Right.
It's going to be tough along the baseline. It's a huge mismatch there. Good work by Plumlee to stay grounded
Let's
on
see
the
if
baseline.
Delgado can get involved. He was limited in first first half to about 8 minutes because of those 2 early fouls. Let's see if he can get going this half.
17 points, 13 rebounds last night. Got a block there.
He did.
And we go the other way. Leads in transition. Lost the handle. Falls to Reggie Williams. Williams spinning out of traffic. U.S. 2-0 on the tournament. Big 97-56 win opening night against Panama. A tough win last night, 74-66 against Uruguay. C.J. Williams for 3, buries it from the top of the key. He led the U.S. last night with 16 points. He's got 9 tonight.
There you go. Open up that outside with a nice shot by C.J. Williams. First 3 for Team USA tonight.
Delgado, first team All-Beast. At Seton Hall, led NCAA in rebounding last year, 254 rebounds. In the corner, 3 by Rojas. That's no good.
Oh, and he just got his 3rd.
Delgado can't believe it.
I'd like to see that one again, too. I'm not sure he looked
Neither
like,
can Coach Guillen.
Looked like he went straight up. Let's see here. A little shove in the back, but Plumlee is a big guy.
Delgado to the bench. Araujo into the game. He had 1-3 in the first half. 41-20 our score. U.S. on top. C.J. Williams around to Hilliard. 9 points in the first half. Marshall, good slip pass. Plumlee to the basket for 2. 4 points for Marshall Plumlee.
He looked like a guard on that with that little jump hop there.
Plumlee started all 36 games. Duke's run to the 2015 NCAA title. There's DeLeon on the elbow to the basket. Nice hesitation. Kicks it out. Rojas open. Fakes the 3. DeLeon off a screen for 3. No good. And the rebound to the United States. DeLeon now 2 of 5 from downtown.
Good block out there by Hilliard.
Hilliard. Reggie Williams. Williams into the paint. Skips across court. C.J. Williams for 3. No good. Plumlee tips it back out. Another look for the United States. Hilliard wide open for 3. That's no good. Rojas with the rebound. 2 good looks for the U.S. Lees into the paint. Santana can't control the ball. Tipped around. Both teams looking to fight for it, and Plumlee comes away with it. Ball skipped ahead. Williams had it taken away by Rojas.
Pace is kind of frantic right now.
DeLeon into the paint. Lees left baseline. And a foul against Reggie Williams.
Well, one thing that we didn't talk about seeing these missed threes is the backdrops. To our left here, we have the black curtain. That is the wall. To the right here, you have the overhang of the balcony. And virtually the fans are probably, 35, 40 feet away from the court, if that. So it's a little bit of an adjustment for the sight lines here. And it's darker than some of the arenas that we've seen. So that does play into it. But this is the 3rd game for both teams. So they should be well adjusted to the arena.
Time out on the court as Reggie Herndon going to check back in for the United States. 6:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The U.S. on top in the Dominican Republic, 43-28. Let's look at the Dominican Republic sideline. That's a really crucial foul. Delgado Mark picking up that 3rd foul. He's such a big part of what this team can do.
I mean, other than that block, we haven't really seen him get into the flow tonight with post moves.
Kind of what happened to Plumlee last night.
Right, exactly. But I would say that Delgado is more of an offensive threat than Plumlee. I mean, Plumlee's going to bring you rebounding and defense, and he's going to talk out there. Where with Delgado, they need his rebounding, they need his scoring, they need his defense out there. So those are the things. That's a huge blow right now to the Dominican Republic.
The United States 17 total appearances in FIBA World Cup play. Gold medals in 54, 86, 94, and 2010, 2014. 3 silvers, 4 bronze. Into the 15 gold medals in the Olympics. And of course, 3 straight gold medals for the United States. As we welcome you back into Montevideo. Tom Holker, Mark Anderson. This is day 3, Group C action, the 2017 AmeriCup. Talk about the United States possibly facing Argentina in the next round. They've faced them 29 times, 23-6 overall record, including last 2 times they've been in this tournament, both championship matchups, and both United States wins 2007, 2003 respectively. Lee's into the paint. Can't get it to go. Ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with the BR. United States is Reggie Williams, Darren Hilliard, Marshall Plumlee, Reggie Hearn, and Kendall Marshall. Arua around the perimeter. Santana, right elbow, looking to go against Hearn. And contact. Hearn doesn't like the call. Another foul here against the United States.
That's Hearn's first foul. I take that back. Check that. That is his third.
See if Jeff Van Gundy goes to the bench. Looks like for now Hearn's going to stay in the game. Another possible opponent for the United States, Mexico. The U.S. is 6-0 all time against Mexico.
6-0.
You've talked about before, one of the better teams you've seen thus far in this tournament. Very physical, big team. It could be a great matchup.
Could be a great matchup. They have good guard play. Their leading scorer, Alex Perez, comes off the bench, even though he was held scoreless in Game 3 against Colombia.
Mendoza for three, in and out. Good screen. Hilliard pushing the tempo for the United States. Hilliard. Cross-court pass. Hearn wide open from the corner for three. Got it. Hearn. A couple big three-pointers last night to really give the momentum back to the United States late in the first half against Uruguay. Knocks down the three.
And that kind of got the U.S. going at that point, too, and Hearn knocked those down. So let's see what they can do here. They're up 18.
He was 3 of 6 last night from downtown in a 15-point effort. Another offensive rebound by Dominican Republic. DeLeon off a screen. DeLeon slips, somehow stays with Dominican Republic. Now the ball in the corner. Lees for three from the left baseline. No good. The ball loose. Second putback is good. Rojas got it. Arulo, the initial tip, couldn't get it to go.
Right, Team USA played great defense for 24 seconds, and then they gave up the offensive rebound. 8-second call. Again, one of the things in FIBA, you only have 8 seconds to advance the ball over the half-court line.
Good pressure by the Dominican Republic. See Santana on the sideline there.
And you know what? Surprisingly, oh yeah, a little blood on his chin. Surprisingly, you would think when teams press, you'd see more of an 8-second count, but you really don't.
Here's Solano, who had 13 points to win over Panama. Lees off a screen for three. That short misses everything, but DeLeon, correction, Mendoza there to clean it up.
He's going to tell you that was a pass.
I'll disagree. Hilliard the other way, and Lees picks up the foul. And the United States ball on the sideline. Second foul on Lees.
He's been kind of quiet tonight with only 4 points. 17 minutes in play.
19 points last night against Panama on 7 of 12 shooting. Reggie Williams fakes three from the right corner. Into Hearn, skip pass cross court. Hilliard thought about the jumper, now put it on the floor, looking to go baseline. It's around, and it's in for two. Good move around Solano along that baseline. Hilliard now in double figures with 11 points. Double figures all 3 games here in group play for Darren Hilliard.
He is solid. When he goes through the basket, he's tough to stop.
Hilliard, the product of Villanova. Under 5 to go here, third quarter. Solano open for three. That's no good. And the U.S. looking to go the other way. Solano was really the spark. Game 1 for the Dominican Republic. They trailed Uruguay 23-7. Came back to win that game. Plumlee left open. He'll try it from the top of the key. That's no good. All pushed ahead. Lees fakes the three from the right baseline. Now drives to the basket, explodes for two. Quick first step.
Right, he can do that. He can get some more of those looks. Get Dominican Republic back in this game.
Nice feed to Plumlee, goes up strong, got it partially blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay with the United States. Warning going to check back into the game, and a big first half for the U.S. 11.7 rebounds in that first half.
Wow.
or Stony Brook's all-time leading scorer.
I'm really impressed with him. Just watching him play both ends.
Marshall, slip pass. Now Hilliard off a screen at the free throw line. A foul underneath. It'll be Lee's getting called for a hold.
Dominican going with a 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play.
Skip pass, Marshall into the middle. Warney looking underneath. Get it back out to Hilliard. 5 on the shot clock. Gets up an awkward shot and out of bounds.
I thought Warney had the shot right there. It was only a 12-foot shot. He can hit those.
We saw the beautiful bounce pass he had from about that spot on the other end. Feed to C.J. Williams. So you gotta like his unselfishness, but maybe should have been a little more selfish that time.
Exactly, especially with the shot clock running down, because Hilliard wasn't able to get off a very good look.
Pena.
Dominican only 3 of 16 from three-point land. It's one of their strengths.
Mendoza. Pena fakes the 3, kicks it back out. Mendoza will take the 3. No good. Another offensive rebound here for Dominican Republic. Solano into the paint. Nice spin move up off the glass. Can't get it to go. And we're going to stay on this at another foul against the United States. Another offensive rebound for the Dominican Republic, Mark.
That's 13 for the game. They have 28 for the game.
C.J. Williams going to check back in along with Mumford, pardon me.
The U.S. only has 5 offensive rebounds. So, I know, granted that the U.S. is shooting the ball better, but quite a disparity there.
Dominican Republic, 46 rebounds last night. They're plus 17 against Panama. U.S. had a 4-point edge over Uruguay in that department. The 74-66 win. Here's Mendoza off the screen, now on the elbow, spins into the paint, kicks it out. Pena for 3. No good. That was about halfway down.
It looked good from where we were sitting.
Under 3 to go. Mumford. Skip pass. Reggie Williams for 3. Short. 4-on-1 the other way. Rojas had it tipped away. It fell to Pena. Lays it in for 2. Nice initial play defense that time by C.J. Williams, but it fell right to Pena.
Yeah, 3-on-1. I thought he thwarted the 3-on-1 fast break there. A little extracurricular going on there.
Pena and Warney. Timeout on the court. 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. The U.S. on top, 48-36. 2017 AmeriCup from Montevideo. Dominican Republic continuing to hang around here. It's been somewhere between about 8 and 12-point game. Leads the U.S. most of this one, 48-36 here. The U.S. continuing to try to be aggressive on offense. Dominican Republic, though, fighting a little more offense. It was really De Leon in the first half. Leeds has come to life here in the second half.
Exactly. And when you look at it, because basically the difference in the game is the United States and their 2-point field goal percentage, because they're only shooting 15% from threes. And again, the Dominican Republic, one of their strengths, they're only at 16%. Rebounding is in favor of the Dominican right now, 30-28. Turnovers, 13 for the Dominican Republic, 9 for Team USA. Points in the paint favor the U.S., 26-18. And bench points, 27-19 in favor of the U.S.
For the United States, 5 on the floor: Warney, Williams, Mumford, Marshall, and C.J. Williams. Full court press here by Panama. Marshall being hounded by Solano.
And the Dominican has taken 5 more shots overall than the United States. They just haven't been able to finish.
U.S. 2-0 in this tournament. 97-56 win over Panama. They shot 51% in that game, and then 41% after last night in the 74-66 win over Uruguay. Maybe 2 shots here from Marshall. Marshall 2 points on the night. Had 6 assists in the win over Panama. 2 points, 3 assists last night against Uruguay, and former product of UNC gets it to go.
Yeah, he's not going to be your scorer out there. He's going to be your distributor, play defense, as we saw in the 3-on-1 fast break. Even though the Dominican scored, he was able to deflect the ball.
351 assists in 2012, setting a UNC and ACC single-season record. Averaged over 8 assists per game that season.
Man, you love playing with guys like that. I've got a point guard for me, Troy Taylor, and he distributes the ball, 6-7 assists, and he gets 6-7 rebounds a game. He's 5'9", but he's one of those guys that plays defense, plays both ends of the court.
Rojas, now Mendoza. Pena into the paint, gets it to go. Back-to-back baskets for Pena. Dominican Republic continuing to fight. 50-38. 2 minutes to go here, third quarter. Now Mumford off a screen set by Warney. Reggie Williams. CJ Williams coming over to set a screen. 5 on the shot clock. Marshall into the paint. Bounce pass underneath. Warney gets tied up on the way up by Rojas. And a foul call. Everyone for Dominican Republic reacting.
Right.
That was a pretty good play there that time.
Exactly. See if we can get a replay. Here it comes.
Called Rojas for the foul.
Oh, yeah. That looked
Pretty
clean.
Yep.
Yep.
I think Coach Gian has a legitimate argument.
I think so.
Warney to the line. 11 points in the first half, 7 rebounds. Gets the free throw to go. Had 40-point games 3 times at Stony Brook, including 43 in the America East title game against Vermont his senior year. School's all-time leading scorer. He's one of 110 Division I players to over 2,000 points, 1,000 assists for their career.
That's impressive. But you see so many guys, they either don't stay for the 4 years or they're transferring now, as we talked about last night.
Here's DeLeon, thought about a deep 3. Now he'll pull up, and that's good. It is a 2. DeLeon having the biggest performance of the tournament thus far for Dominican Republic. And 10 points.
Now they got to string together a couple stops here and a couple more scores, and it'll be under 10-point lead.
Floater by Mumford along the baseline is no good. Larry Drews checked back in for the United States. DeLeon off a screen, free throw line to the basket, kicks it out.
Got a mismatch. There you go, he switched.
Mendoza along the baseline, Pena. 6 on the shot clock, Pena at the free throw line, kicks it out. DeLeon right wing for 3, short. Rebound pulled down by CJ Williams.
That was a big stop by Team USA. Oh, then come down.
Turnover by Marshall. .42 seconds left to go here, third quarter. 52-40 our score.
We're going to run horns here, the Dominican Republic. Paulo screens out. There you go.
DeLeon. 10 on the shot clock. Pena for 3. Warney with the rebound.
Good move by the U.S. They went into a 2-3 zone there.
Van Gundy calling out orders here. The sideline for the first time since 2007 with the Rockets. Just took the Knicks to the NBA Finals in 1998. Losing in 5 games to the Spurs. And a foul as Mumford tried to go up strong. It's going to be against Pena. And that'll send Mumford to the line. Mumford 8 points against Panama. He had 5 points, 4 assists last night against Uruguay. He's a 2016 NBA D-League West All-Star for Bakersfield. Averaged 20.5 points per game for Bakersfield. Former product of Rhode Island.
This will be free throws 13 and 14 for Team USA.
It's the first one to go. It's 2.6 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The U.S. looking to end group play 3-0. They'll advance on to the semifinal round this weekend in Cordoba, Argentina.
While you're there, Tom, make sure you get steak. It is unbelievable.
Long 3, in and out. Aruo almost got it to go. Would have been a second in the game. But after 3, it's the United States on top. Dominican Republic 54-40 from Montevideo. U.S. holding on right now to a 14-point lead, in control this one. Mark, what stats stand out to you thus far through 3?
Well, as we look at it, the field goal percentage for the Dominican, it's only at 38, 39%, while Team USA is at 60%. I think that's a big one right there. Team USA is starting to get to the free throw line a little bit more. Defensive rebounding, USA has 25 to 17, 30. They're actually being out-rebounded, Tom, believe it or not, 31 to 30 in favor of the Dominican Republic. Turnovers, 13 for the DR and 10 for USA. Fast break points, not a lot tonight, 4 for each team. Points in the paint favor the U.S., 26 to 20. Bench points, which is always going to be a strong suit for Team USA, 31 to 23. So I think if the DR can come out and get a couple, they got to get a couple quick baskets at the start of this quarter.
I was going to say, you mentioned the bench points, 50 bench points last night to 3, I believe it was.
But we know
United
that
States.
We knew that Uruguay was only going to. They only averaged 5 points off the bench, and that came back to haunt them.
It's just more emphasized when the opponent gets 50.
That's right. And then it ended up only being an 8-point game.
If Uruguay shoots a little better from 3-point range and maybe does a better job at the line, mostly Batista.
Right.
He was 2 of 8.
2 of 8. They missed 8 overall. You know you're not going to hit 100% probably in all likelihood, but let's say 4 of those. You make 4 of those 8. Then you mix in 1 or 2 threes.
You're there.
Now it's a different ball game.
You're there.
Now it's a different ball game. Now this is a point last night too where we saw Larry Drew come in the third quarter, which he did here even though it was a minute something, and then play most of the fourth quarter and handled the offense, played defense, knocked down a couple critical threes. Let's see what he does here.
Start of the fourth quarter. Tom Kolker, Mark Anderson coming to you from Montevideo. Group C action, 2017 AmeriCup. USA looking to end group play 3-0 after wins over Panama and Uruguay. It's Drew, Plumlee, Mumford, Marshall, and C.J. Williams. Here's Marshall. Plumlee, who has 4 points on the night. Back to Marshall, 7 on the shot clock. Marshall driving the lead for Plumlee. Couldn't get the dunk to go. Rojas pulls down the rebound.
He's had 2 like that. He's right there at the rim and just can't flush it.
De Leon having a big game, 10 points. Aruoa underneath. Loses the handle. Mumford had it momentarily. Now both teams fighting. Good hustle that time by Rojas. And the U.S. advancing on with Mexico, Argentina, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Certainly Mexico and Argentina, 2 very strong opponents. Mexico win Group A, 3-0. 2 of their 3 games, Mark, you know you were there, they won by 12 points or more, and they were very dominant in that Group A.
Very dominant, yes. And they are deep also, especially with their front line players that they can bring in.
Aroa on the inbound. 4 on the shot clock. Pena's got to put it up for 3. Short. Ball tipped around. It's worked by Plumlee to keep it alive. And here comes Drew for the United States. C.J. Williams fakes the 3, drives to the basket. The floater is good. Nice move by C.J. Williams, who led the U.S. last night with 16 points.
Yep, showing what he can do off the dribble drive.
Rojas. Mendoza, De Leon into the paint, puts it up, partially blocked by C.J. Williams, and then a foul by De Leon. A little bit out of control that time.
C.J. has 11 points and 4 rebounds.
Williams had 4 points in game 1 and then exploded for 16 last night on 6 of 11 shooting.
Again, it could be a different guy for Team USA every night. 2 or 3 guys different each night because of their depth and what each of the players bring to the table.
Here's Marshall on the elbow. Drew in the corner. Williams fakes a 3. Plumlee calling for it on the block. Plumlee up top to Marshall. 3 on the shot clock. Headed for Williams. Out of bounds. Turn over to Dominican Republic.
There's a chance. Marshall had the ball in the lane. Let's go ahead and shoot that. But he's built to be a distributor, so I see where he's going with that.
Whistle away from the ball foul in the United States. Marshall's going to get called. Second of the night. 56-40. USA on top. Playing in the AmeriCup for the first time since 2007. 9th overall time they participated in this tournament. 6 gold medals, 1 silver. 2001, the only time they failed to medal. Last 2 titles, 2007, 2003, both versus Argentina.
It was after that 2001 is when Team USA really retooled a lot of things.
Lees. Off balance shot. Tried to draw the foul on Hilliard. And a shot clock violation. Nice job by Hilliard that time not to lean into Lees. Look at Santana, who hit his chin earlier in the game and taped up. Don't forget Jonathan Holmes, who's just joining us, got injured in the first half, going in for a rebound, just landed awkwardly on his ankle. Has been back in since the first quarter. Mumford too strong on that jumper. And it's De Leon the other way for Dominican Republic.
Well, when you look at the big picture when it comes to international basketball, the U.S. is on top, but that gap is no longer as wide as it used to be. You know, just look at the NBA draft in 2005 to 2010, all the European players that were taken. You know, a lot of them didn't necessarily pan out, but the thing is that they were getting drafted because of what they could do or projection on what they could do.
There's a whistle and a foul. Good look at Jeff Van Gundy on the sideline. Lee's over here where we are. Broadcasting with Mike Green and Mark Jackson for ESPN. First on the sideline for the first time since 2007 with the Houston Rockets. This team trained in Houston before flying to Montevideo.
And, you know, our thoughts go to the people in Houston right now with the horrendous flooding that's going on.
Plumlee, second free throw, good. And the substitution. And the big fella back in. Division I rebounding leader from last season, 254 rebounds for Angel Delgado. Picked up his 3rd foul early on in the 3rd quarter, but he's back on the floor now.
At this point, you just got to let him play it out now.
Nice steal by Mumford all the way to the basket. Mumford lays it in for 2. And a timeout taken by Dominican Republic. USA on top, 57-40, in control of this one. Group C action, 2017 AmeriCup from Montevideo. That nice play by Mumford, the steal and the finish. Mark, take us through some of the stats here through 3.5 quarters.
All right, Dominican still struggling from two-point land, 36%. They're shooting 13% from beyond the arc. Again, that's one of their strong suits. They just can't get on track with that tonight. Free throws, 63%. Conversely, the U.S.'s two-point field goal percentage, they're at 58. Three-point, not much better at 15%, but they really haven't needed it because of their scoring getting into the lane tonight. Free throws, 81%. Rebounds are now even at 33 apiece. Assists, Team USA, which we would expect, has 13 to 4 for the Dominican. Turnovers, 15 for the DR, 11 for USA. Fast break points, +2 for the U.S., 6-4.
U.S. showing a little pressure here out of the timeout. They lead at 59-40. Tom Volker, Mark Anderson coming to you from Montevideo in Uruguay. This is Group C action of the 2017 AmeriCup. Solano in the corner, trying to get it down low to Delgado. He has it on the left block, going up against Plumlee. Into the paint with the right hand, in and out, no good. Plumlee with the rebound.
Good looking move.
Plumlee had 12 rebounds in the opening game against Panama. Drew all the way to the basket, circles, hands it off. Hilliard gets the roll.
With the elongated steps.
He's been in double figures every game for the U.S.
Well, he covered a lot of ground on those 2 steps.
17 against Panama, 13 last night against Uruguay. So the U.S. plus 10 points in the paint. Long 3. De Leon, who got hot early, hit his first 2, hasn't connected since. Now Mumford off a screen on the elbow, driving the basket. Lost it momentarily, got it back. Drew thought about a 3.
Yeah, De Leon, he had 8 quick points. Only 2 since the first quarter.
Plumlee, 7 on the shot clock. Hilliard put it on the floor. Trying to get it down low. A lot of contact there. Hurt, no call. Go the other way. It's going to stay with Dominican Republic. They call a foul there?
On Larry Drew.
Surprised one wasn't called at the other end. Hearn
exactly.
drew a lot of contact.
Right.
So he went to receive that ball, but it puts Pena at the line.
But as we've noted, in most of the replays, the officials have been 90% right.
Pena, who plays for Estudiantes in Spain. 6'5", 29 years old. Free throw is good. 61-42. US on top. Some more pressure in the backcourt. Now the U.S. 3-on-2. Hearn all the way to the basket. Got it ripped away by Delgado. Defense by the big fella.
Yep. After Team USA broke that press pretty easily.
And Delgado the other way on a nice feed from De Leon. And then Rojas getting called for the foul.
I like the fact that Plumlee ran the baseline. Not many guys will do that anymore, or they're not taught to do that anymore. Is run the baseline against a press, get your passing angles. Again, it's one of those little things in basketball that can make a difference that a lot of players aren't doing anymore.
C.J. Williams back into the game for Hearn. There's Drew, C.J. Williams, Mumford, Hilliard, and Warney for the United States. Drew dribbling through traffic and a foul call. And so far, Mark, the biggest test of the United States coming last night in that close game, 74-66 win over Uruguay. That'll be our next game, Uruguay and Panama, to close out group action here in Group C.
And speaking of Uruguay, the fans are starting to file in.
Sold out last night. Great, it felt like a college basketball atmosphere last
yes.
night. Pena for 3 from the wing. That's so good. Mumford up high for the rebound.
I mean, they were chanting, waving flags.
Drew, Hilliard. Step back for Hilliard for 3. No good. Rojas with another rebound. He had a double-double last night. Pena to De Leon all the way to the basket. He lost the handle. 61-44, under 5 to go. Hilliard had it poked away momentarily, got it back.
Good talk by Delgado on how to play the screen.
Drew pulls up, and that's good. Drew from the top of the key. He had 2 threes yesterday that were crucial for the United States. His first points of the game tonight.
Again, he's one of those guys you can bring in. You're not going to lose anything when he comes into the game. He's going to take care of the basketball, take care of the offense.
Delgado. Rojas calling for it underneath, not gets it on the left block. Going up against C.J. Williams. And Williams called for that foul. Here's another look. Hearn checking back in, this time for Mumford. Pena. I'll stay here with Dominican Republic. 63-44 our score. The U.S. all-time in this tournament is 62-10.
Pretty good percentage.
10-0 in 2007, 10-0 in 2003. 2-0 to start this one. Solano, De Leon, not shy for three. That's good, his third of the game. Three of 7 from downtown tonight, 13 points. The product of Eastern Washington. Here's Drew. Around the perimeter, Hearn into the paint. And Pena with the foul. So that'll put Hearn to the line. 7 points against Panama. 15 last night on 6 of 12 shooting. Knocks down that free throw. Spent the Vegas Summer League with the Utah Jazz. He's played for the Sacramento Kings. Nice tip back that time by C.J. Williams for 2 more. 66-47. United States in control. 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Now De Leon. Rojas. Kicks it out. Pena at the free throw line to the basket. Delgado from 10 feet. Good. Nice touch.
I don't think
Delgado.
Team USA has ever trailed in this game. They got off to a great start, 8-0.
Here's Drew. Warney underneath Williams, wide open for 2 more.
Not a shocker that he found somebody open. He's all around a great player.
The U.S. last night erased a double-digit lead in the first half to take a 2-point lead into the locker room. A close battle against Uruguay. 15 points now for C.J. Williams. Williams had 16 last night. Hilliard all the way to the basket, hesitates, leaves it for Warney. Goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. And Solano into the paint, lost the handle, another turnover. 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. U.S. looking to close this out in group play 3-0. Hilliard, top of the key off the screen. Pulls up from the elbow. In and out.
You know, when you look at the Dominican Republic's lineup or their roster, really Santana's the oldest at 37. Everybody else is relatively young in their 20s, mid-20s. And one other, Victor Lees, is 31. So they have a good future. They just maybe have to find a couple more big guys.
De Leon lets it fly. And a foul on Rojas going up for that rebound. We'll send the United States back to the line. Subs in for both teams. United States on the floor for the first time. Billy Barron and Alec Brown. Brown played his college ball at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Barron started out at UVA, played his freshman year there, and then transferred to Rhode Island before ending up at Canisius. He's had a 33-point game against Notre Dame, and in his 2 years there with over 1,400 points. Here's Drew at the line. Can't get that free throw to go. Brown played the Vegas Summer League with the Lakers. Big size, 7'1". Usually if there's a Plumlee on the team, that's going to be your biggest guy, but Brown actually has an inch on him. U.S. on top, 69-49. Been in control since the opening tip. Rojas, De Leon, who's had his best game in the tournament. De Leon looking to drive on the elbow. The scoop, in and out. Delgado, the putback for 2. He will be a presence next year at Seton Hall.
Oh, yes.
Reigning Division I rebounder of the year, 254. Setting a Big East record.
Exactly. He's going to be one people are going to be really looking at for serious consideration to draft.
Baird for three. That's good. We're looking shot off the screen. There's another look.
Good looking jumper. Tickles the twine for the three.
So Marcus, the U.S. gets set to move on here to semifinal play. And Mexico, Argentina, Virgin Islands. What do you think are some keys they're going to work on or focus on as they get set for that next stage? I think this is some really tough competition, especially in either Argentina or Mexico.
Well, I think, again, we saw some teams mixing up their defenses against the U.S., especially the 2-3 zone. I think you're going to see more of that against the USA. Once they adjusted to that and started cutting from the backside or through the baseline, that really opened up things against Uruguay. The other thing is, I'd like to see them get to the free throw line a little bit. As much as they drive, they really don't get fouled that much. And a lot of that has to do with their athleticism, being able to get around the defenders. But again, it's going to be an interesting Final Four this weekend. And there could be some surprises coming out of this.
A lot of people when the tournament started probably had Argentina and the U.S. penciled in for that championship game, but Mexico looking very tough 3-0 in Group A, and they're going to give everybody else they play a run for their money.
Yeah, it was good what we saw in Medellin. I'll tell you another team that played really well and could have been 3-0, and that's Puerto Rico. They were a couple free throws shy of beating Mexico in that opening game. They lost 69-66.
There's 42 seconds left to go here. De Leon. Mendoza. Mendoza working on the screen, set by Delgado. Lees for three, short. A long rebound, tipped around. Falls to De Leon. In the corner, Rojas for three. That's good. Good shot by Rojas. And that double-double last night. 17 points, 12 rebounds. A couple three-pointers in that one. Barron again for three. That's no good. Out of bounds with 7.8.
A great showing this week by Team USA.
De Leon up high for two more, has 15 on the night.
Boy, that was a high arcing shot. Splash.
That will do it. The United States 3-0 in group play, 72-56 win. They advance on the Final Four of the 2017 AmeriCup. Another big effort by the United States tonight. Mark, take us through some of the final numbers and stats from this one for the U.S.
All right, looking at the Dominican, they had 41% from the floor. Team USA, 58.5. Free throw shooting, 16% for the Dominican, 18 for Team USA. From the free throw line, Team USA got to the line much better in the second half, 75%, 69 for the Dominican. Rebounding, total rebounds in favor of the Dominicans, 40-39. And here we go with the stats on the screen.
To the U.S. applauding fans, especially the fans from Uruguay who made it like a big-time college basketball atmosphere last night. Nice to see the support and love from the home side.
Well, that's the thing about the AmeriCup, and we really saw it in Medellin, is when teams, how they were very appreciative of the fans, whether it was their own or not. You know, just acknowledging the fact that people would come out to see this was great. And the other thing that we noticed was, you know, just if somebody got a hard foul, they'd go and help them up. You know, the other team would. It was one of those things, yeah, it's competition, but we know why we're here. You know, this is the AmeriCup and sportsmanship. It's FIBA. It's one of the great things that you see.
You see Baron Rojas. The United States advancing on. You see the highs. C.J. Williams now back-to-back games for the United States, leading the team in scoring. 16 points last night, 15 tonight. Another good all-around game from Warney.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with him.
Big question. One question for the United States, the health and how is Jonathan Holmes? Remember, he got injured early on with that ankle injury. Came down for a rebound, didn't hit anybody, just landed awkwardly. Went out of the game, had to be helped off the court into the locker room. But he's another big body that the U.S. relies on. He had a big game, 17 points in the win over Panama. So that'd be a tough loss if he's unavailable for the Final Four of this tournament. Well, once again, the final score. United States a 72-56 win over Dominican Republic. They win Group C. They'll advance on to weekend play. Travel day tomorrow, rest day Friday, and on all likelihood will take on the U.S. Virgin Islands in the semifinals, and then they advance to that. They'll await the winner of Argentina and Mexico. We get a couple final looks at some of the highlights from this one. Earlier in another big game, Marquis had double figures in all 3 games of group play for the U.S.
Yeah, you know, and he got the team going right from the get-go tonight, scoring 4 baskets right away, driving to the basket, and that just set the tone for Team USA for the rest of the game.
Close out with some highlights. The U.S. advancing on 72-56 win over Dominican Republic. For Mark Anderson and our entire crew, I'm Tom Kolker. Thanks so much for watching the 2017 AmeriCup. We'll see you this weekend in Cordova, Argentina for the Final Four. The U.S. a big win tonight, 72-56 over the DR. Have a great night, everyone.
Amigas y amigos, en esta jornada Uruguay y Argentina han presentado la candidatura oficial para organizar en conjunto el Mundial de Mayores Sub-23. Hay algo muy particular que nos une con la República Argentina y es el tango de ocupación.